discussing kind of the future for hip hop when it comes to females. And you said, I quote, everything is female, the past is female, the present is female, and the future is female. So
that's just kind of like a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not really like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was joking, but like, that's really not that profound. Like, just everything is female.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Real.
But I don't like to differentiate the shit either. Like, really, just music is music, whatever is whatever. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, I only want a female crew. I only want to fuck with, like, no, I want to fuck with who's dope. Like, I don't care what you are. Like, I just want you to be dope. Like, I don't know what's the word for that, but it's just like, you know, you just put yourself in a box. It's like, I'm only working with this, and anybody else is just like, I can't work with them because of whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't subscribe to that.
No, for sure. Yo, what up? It's your boy Rubino.
And this DJ in the building.
And you listening to the UpNUp Podcast.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we doing?
I don't know, just listen.
Yes. Welcome.
What it do?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned into the UpNUp Podcast on the UpNUp Network. I'm your host, Rubino.
And I'm DJ man.
What's up, boss? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing?
You know me, man. Blessed and grateful.
Yes, sir.
Grateful for the moment. Grateful for everybody in the room. Shout out to everybody in the room, team, the family, right? Bringing the right energy, right? And for the listeners, again, thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, as I stated, this is the UpNUp Podcast, where we're focused on cultivating culture, right? We do that by providing amazing stories of individuals, groups, movements.
All that.
Right?
Yeah.
The hustlers, the shakers, right? Yep. People who are breaking down barriers and taking up space. And not just for us here, but for the next generation to come, right? You got to put it down now so they can pick it up. And again, shout out to the consistent family members. We salute y'all. We thank y'all and we love y'all always, right?
Always.
Yeah, man, getting that out the way, man. You know, I'm always excited coming in to do these episodes because, like I said, we're making history in real time, right? And we're preserving history in real time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By having people come up here and share their stories and their journeys. And today's guest is someone who I would say is definitely a true force, a pioneer, and most importantly, a leader in her own right when it comes to this thing we call hip hop and culture.
Yeah.
She's definitely a true culture cultivator who's keeping everything she's doing on the up and up, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, man, you know, when you discuss rap and this thing we call hip hop and its cultural leaders, especially from our region, right, in terms of the Northwest, her name has to be mentioned. You know what I mean? I think it's mandatory.
Most
if you ask me. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And with her highly anticipated new album that is actually set to release April 20th, 420 for those, there's April 20th, then there's 420, you know what I'm saying? Same date, but different date too, you know? But her new album is on the way. It's called G-Body Music. And again, man, she's got so many more chapters to write on her story. And we're just excited. We're honored to have her here with us today, man. So without further ado, let's just get straight to it. Our guest is none other than the young legend herself, Gifted Gab. Can we get a round of applause?
Yeah.
Give it up.
What's happening?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. It's a pleasure to have you.
How you doing?
I'm good. Long time coming, so
it really
I'm excited for this.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, man. No, it's definitely a long time coming, man. But the timing is right.
Exactly.
It just feels right. You know what I mean? And we're honored to have you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with the show. We always start every episode with the quote of the day.
Okay.
Something to get the vibe right, get the conversation started. They don't let me tell quotes up here.
Why?
One day, man. One day you got it. One day.
Man, it's been 5 years, bro.
Damn.
Never mind. Anyway, is the man of the quotes. So go ahead, man. What you got for us, All
right, man. The quote of the day today is: "True elegance is the manifestation of an independent mind."
Bars.
Yeah.
Who was that quote by?
Isabella Rossellini. She's like an Italian actress.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Can you run that back just one more time?
Yeah.
I gotta feel that real quick.
Got you. So the quote is: "True elegance is the manifestation of an independent mind."
I like that.
That's a good quote.
Yeah.
That's a real good quote.
Yeah. I like that.
Niggas will get that tatted for sure.
No, for sure. For sure. It's pretty long tat, but you know.
Yeah, you know, niggas love long tats. You know what I'm saying? Throw a cross in there. You know what it is.
Nah, definitely, man. I love that. Well, we always bring in the quotes, obviously, to set the tone, but And what we do here, is we talk about people's journeys and, the roads they've traveled. But before we get into your journey, obviously, just on the topic of the new album, and that's coming, G-Body Music, and we can get into it more in depth down the line. But just like, what do you think folks can expect, or like when they see that title, what does that mean in a sense?
What does G-Body Music mean?
Yeah. What does that mean? How do you describe it?
Well, my favorite car is an 87 Grand National GNX. So I love old school cars. Like, that's my shit. Love old school cars, and, old school cars just... Like, you just want to ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you go out school, you just go places for no fucking reason just because you got a fly-ass car. So, like, you just, ride and make a nice little playlist and some shit like that. So that's kind of like homage to that. Just, like, riding in your old school, just bumping, like, an album all the way through. Like, no skips. You just put the album on, you just roll. Smoke your weed, pop your shit, do it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's just a vibe. And it's kind of like a concept album. And I never really did a concept album before, so it feels a lot different from the projects I've done before.
I love that.
That's cool. That's cool. So, all right, let's take it back. Let's talk about your early life. Just growing up, where you from, all that. You want
to talk about the back in the days?
Back in the days, the throwback.
Back in the days.
Let me light this blunt.
Yeah.
Which I'm just finding out I'm the first person to smoke on this podcast.
Hey,
it's
crazy. Round of applause for that. Actually, when I said we're making history, a lot of different reasons why.
This is like crazy regular, so I'm just like, it's shocking to me. But that's what's up. Okay, Lil Gab. Let's see. Born and raised in the CD. You know what I'm saying? My dad still lives there right there on 23rd and Norman. I was a jugging street kid. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Devon Pickett, that was my nigga, you know what I'm saying? We all used to hoop and shit, pay, you know what I'm saying, back in the day down at the Sean Kemp Courts. But, no, born and raised in the CD, kind of pretty much grew up in the church. Like, my mom wasn't like, I wasn't like a pastor's kid or nothing like that, but my mom and my auntie and grandma were really active in the church, so was always at church all the time, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I feel like I first started doing music in a sense because I don't come from like a musical family. Like, neither of my parents do music like that, and like, the people in my family that do it just dabble, but like no like real musicians. You know what I'm saying, when you go to church, like, you don't have no say so or nothing, so like you kind of just learn shit. So just like fucking around on shit and you learn how to do something. So I was like really good at the piano at a young age. So I used to play the piano, and I would play drums and shit and sing in the choir and the praise dance and all that stuff.
Okay, you was active.
I mean, I was a kid, so you have no choice. You're gonna do it. So, you know what I'm saying? That, and I was also a hooper.
Okay.
I was also
you did mention that,
yeah. I was a fucking hooper. Ball was life.
Ball still is life.
Ball still is life. Ball still is life. But the way I was, like, I'm an Iverson head.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, everything was Iverson. Like, when all the girls was trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they really, like, trying to, you know what I'm saying, go to college and like really play for real. I'm like, I'm trying to hoop with Iverson. Like, I got different dreams. Like,
that's dope. That's dope.
Like, y'all's might be a little bit more realistic, but you know what I'm saying, I'm going for the gold.
Yeah, no, I feel you though. Iverson he was different. It was more than basketball. You know what I mean?
It really was, cause like I remember Iverson put out that album. I remember he went into the rap name Jules. Okay. When he put out the album, they shut that shit down. Like that nigga, they were like, "Nigga, what? No, we're shelving that shit."
David Stern was not having that.
He was not having it at all. Immediately, it was like, matter of fact, all you niggas is wearing suits. Yeah, no, we're done with that headband, all that goofy shit. So Iverson like really pioneered a lot of the shit. You know?
For sure. Staying on the topic of kind of the upbringing though, you know, for those who don't know, like you have fans who probably never been to the Central District or the CD, and like can you describe kind of how that shaped you growing up? Because I feel like that's just a different environment than maybe others would probably know about.
It really is, because it's like very small and condensed, but it's like so much culture in such a small area. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, growing up in the church and then like going to Langston Hughes and like doing all the, you know, sports camps at Garfield and going to meetings, you know what I'm saying? So it's like just very, very community, you know what I'm saying? Back when like you used to really just leave the house and then come back hella later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just be back at this time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know, just hella culture, hella arts, and just the freedom to just kind of, you know what I'm saying, express yourself and figure out what you want to do. There's so many, like I said, so many things, so many camps and so many just, you know what I'm saying, parks, and I don't know. It's just very, very community. So I feel like that definitely shaped me in that sense, you know?
Yeah. And we were asked this like a couple weeks back where someone said, what's the biggest misconception of being black and being from Seattle? And, you know, Ern was like, people think there's no black people out here. Like, there's no culture out here. So I think it is important for those who come from that to express it and say, yo, this is what it is, and this is what's been. You know?
Right. I feel like at this point you really, because I tell people, like, if you haven't been to Seattle in like the last 15 years, like, you really never been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the city is so fucking different. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the, like, the same people aren't there no more. The mom and pop stores ain't there no more. Like, it's just not the vibe. So you really have to get the vibe with of the people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you meet a city nigga, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You meet a South End nigga, oh, okay, I get. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to experience with the people, because those, like, places and things just don't exist no more.
Got you. That's real.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. I'll be driving by places, I'm like, damn. I'll be trying to remember exactly what it looked like, and I'm just like, man, it's so different.
Bro, you remembering just MLK before they fucked it all up? Like, I wouldn't even be able to recognize. If I seen a picture of the old MLK and today, I would not recognize it.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, man, how they fit a train over there, you know? Like, it felt way smaller. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
But, yeah, that's crazy. But, so, who were your musical influences growing up? So, like, who was you bumping? Who was you know, kind of looking up to?
I bumped a lot of Ludacris as a kid. I remember my cousin, he had you remember, like, when they had, like, the no-skip CD players and shit?
Yeah.
And so, like,
anti-skip.
Yeah, exactly.
I had one that didn't work though. I just I kept it on the anti-skip. This shit still kept skipping, bro.
It really didn't work.
Yeah, it never worked.
It really didn't.
It never worked. My bad. I don't mean to cut you off, but
no, you good.
I just had a PTSD moment. My bad.
It get like that. It get like that. But no, I used to like sneak and listen to that Word of Mouth album for like. For a long ass fucking time. Yeah. Like, I really fuck with that, like, cause Luda is just very lyrical, but he's also hella funny. And I like funny, like, I like funny rap and I like ism rap. Like, I want you to, like, either make me laugh or I really want you to, like, talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, niggas that really like just slide on the shit. They just have a good cadence. And I think I just always, like, resonated to that at a young age. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, my favorite rapper, like, all time is Sugar Free. You know what I'm saying? I think he's the most lyrical nigga ever. And some people be like, really? But like, if you really stop and listen to him, like how he's really putting these rhyme schemes together, it really is kind of genius. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've always just been kind of attracted to that type of rap, you know, like a good cadence, a good flow and shit like that. So like, you know, Ludacris, like Redman, I really fucked with.
Do you remember your first ever like rap album you owned?
Yeah, it was either that Ludacris Word of Mouth or it was Shine. Was it that Grandfather Burned Alive?
Okay.
Yeah.
I always ask people that question. I'm always curious. What was your first one? You remember?
I don't remember. I just remember bumping Tupac and Bob Marley with my cousins. Okay. I was like, yeah.
Real nigga.
My older cousins, and I was just like, damn, all right, these are the goats. So I was saying that at like 4 years old. But
okay. Now I always ask people that question. I'm just like, mine was "It's Dark and Hell Is Hot." DMX. That was like the first, like you know, you hear shit, but the first time you actually had the CD, that was my first one. So yeah, that's important though.
I definitely remember my first cassette tape though. Yeah, it was Tupac, "That Still I Rise," and I remember being very young and that Killuminati. Man, I was way too young to really be bumping that shit on the way to school.
We grew up playing some real shit though. Yeah,
straight up. You weren't lying.
Yep.
Yeah. So now kind of veering into, I guess when as you're coming up, you know, and you obviously come from a family that is in music somewhat, and they like you said, they dabbled a little bit.
No,
not at all.
No. Not really. I
Not
mean,
really.
you know, niggas fuck around, but like,
yeah. Okay, well, on that.
I'm the star of the family. Like, let's just put that up. I am the.
There you go.
Yeah,
just so it's known. I say that because there's kids who grow up where like music is non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like at least to have a little bit of it. Do you think that kind of gave you confidence to say, yo, okay, I'm gonna just try to do my thing? And like when did rap kind of come in and you started like experimenting with that?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, neither of my parents were like musicians, but my mom like loved music. Like she had a crazy like record collection.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Ohio Players was like her favorite group. So there was a lot of that. And like if you remember like the Ohio Players records, like they always had like this either like a naked lady on it or like some like cool image or some shit. And I remember just being like, damn, that's cool. But what was the question?
Just like when did rap kind of kick in when you said I want to try this thing? Like I want to start spitting. Do you remember that? Was there a moment
when I was like I really want to do this shit?
Well, I guess when you started kind of like experimenting.
Young. I mean, like niggas used to freestyle. You know what I'm saying at school, like elementary school. You know what I'm saying? Like like we always fucked around, but I don't know when I took it like.
Because I just asked that because I know there's like. I always say like the passion of profession is like that. There's a switch, but getting to that point, I feel like you still have to kind of, get your reps in.
True. No, for sure. But I think the way I was raised, like my mom and dad kind of, not to say they let me do anything, but like as far as like if I wanted to try shit. So I played like every single sport, like not even joking. I've done like every single sports camp. I've done baseball, softball, soccer, tennis, swimming, ping pong,
have you done pole vaulting?
No.
Okay, cool. No, because I was
track though. I did track.
Our last guest, he did pole vaulting. He was named in sports. He named pole vaulting. I was like, okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't never met nobody.
That's crazy. My bad. I ain't doing all that. But I just kind of had the freedom to try what I wanted to try. So like whatever it be music or sports or whatever. My mom just let me try shit. So. Whatever I tried, like not to say just everything I did I was good, but like I had that freedom to fuck with it either till I didn't want to fuck with it no more or I like really cultivated it. So I don't know. I feel like rap was just one of them things where it's like it just is just really easy for me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like not to say it's not impressive, but it's like one of them things like when you're really good at basketball and people be like, damn, you're filthy. And it's like, bro, this is like I'm really not trying at all.
Natural.
Like if you really know how much I wasn't trying, you'd be like, damn, that's crazy.
It's natural.
It's just hella natural. So it's like just one of them things that, you know what I'm saying? And once they start paying you for it, you're like, oh, okay, then fuck it, let's just keep rocking.
I like that. I like that.
Were there times where like you kind of like faced some challenges in rap, whether it was like, I don't know, some people run into like writer's block or whatever it is, and then how do you like really get over that? Like where do you look for like inspiration and stuff like that or motivation?
I be getting writer's block all the time. Like before this G-Body album, like I hadn't put out no music in hella, and I really wasn't even thinking about the music for real. Oh no, just because I'm like so into so many different things. Like once I hit a writer's block, I'll just do something else. Like I'll just get to in my drawing bag hella tough again. You know what I'm saying? Like I have hella different
outlets.
Hella different outlets. So like when one is, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm on a writer's block, then I'll just do something else. Or like, I don't really let it sweat me. Like, I've never been one of those artists that just consistently drop music like that. I'm more so like, like you're not getting an album out of me every year. Like that's just not happening. Like I live life. Like I'm a real creative. Like I don't really live to create. You know what I'm saying? It just happens. You know what I'm saying? So it's like real. when I get that bug, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the way the G-Body album kind of came out is I was just coming off of a job doing some writing for this film, like some score writing. So it was like obviously very concept writing, you know what I'm saying? And I think just coming off of that, I was just like, let me try like some concept shit type shit. But actually, no, I lied. That's not even true. After the session we had for the last little session we had for the little film we was doing, the producer I work with, shouts out to the homie Elijah Gray. We do a lot of collabing together, but he had played like this beat before the session, and I was like, "Ooh, that shit was hard." And he was like, "We'll come back to it afterwards." So after we finished our work, I had him play it again, and we kind of just the way we work, like it was just so fast. He was just like, you should rap about this. And I was like, all right. So, you know what I'm saying? We just came up with this shit, and it just came. It was like one of those like refreshing moments. Like I hadn't had that moment in so long because I haven't been like in that creative bag, and it kind of reminded me like, damn, I really do just be doing this for real. So after we did that song, I kind of just, it was that, you know, strike while the iron is hot type shit. Because like once you have that creative bug, like if you let it fester, if you don't like jump on it, then you know what I'm saying? I don't know when that will be back again. 100%. So, you know, you got to get like kind of real manic and hyper focused when that happens. And that's just kind of what I did. So like in like a month and a half, maybe 2 months time, I just pumped out these like little not little, but these 12 tracks or whatever. And so like that was just one of the moments where I'm like, yeah, when I'm in my creative bag, like that's when I'm like really on my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy because it sounds like you have like, you developed a lot of patience for like your craft. You know what I mean? And I think, like you said, we live in a super rapid paced society now where it's like people ain't even caring about their craft more so than just keeping up. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like you're rushing your craft. Like our motto is set your pace, don't react to the race.
Facts.
And it's like you have to like respect your craft. And that's what it sounds true. Like. That's what it sounds like your approach is when it comes to that.
That, and also I'm just not, I guess because I've been doing it for so long, my goals and like the things I wanted out of it and all that shit completely changed. Like I don't have the same goals and shit no more. So like I don't have the desire to have to keep up with anything. You know what I'm saying? Like realistically, I make the music I want to hear. Like it's really, if I like really break it down, it's really very selfish. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care. Like I literally make the music I want to hear. I listen to a bunch of music and I be like, I'm gonna just go make, you know what I'm saying? Like I listen to the shit I want to hear. I put it out when I want to. Like I really, I'm not really chasing, I don't know, but also again, I think that just comes with doing it for so long. You know?
Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm just curious about this part of kind of your journey. I want you to get into the More Gang, because I just feel like when you're around like-minded individuals, especially when you're early in your craft, it's dope to be around people who are also on the same type of shit because it pushes you to just stay in it. But can you talk about that time and kind of like what the More Gang meant for you in your career?
That was a crazy time.
Yeah.
My dogs.
Right. You was there. You was definitely there. Man, More Gang was crazy. When was More Gang? Like 2012 to 2000 maybe like 16. So we had like a good little solid run. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I don't know. More Gang was just more like a collective than you know what I'm saying, anything. Like, you know, like everybody who's in the gang was either like blood related or there was some type of relation. Like Nacho grew up with my older brother, and, you know, like Juju and Malcolm are brothers, and then like you know, Cam and you know who like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody was kind of already familiar with each other in some way. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was already kicking it together. We all rap. We might as well just like make this a thing. Yeah. So it was like more like it was more like a collective than anything because we all had our individual shits. We just all, you know what I'm saying, just came together and just, you know what I'm saying, just fought everybody.
Yeah, no, it's dope. It kind of sounds like Wu-Tang a little bit. Like, you know, I've been watching that Wu-Tang show heavy and like.
On everything. I be talking to Jarv like, bro, the More Gang story is gonna be crazy. Like, but also I feel like we still need a couple more years because some shit is still too new.
Yeah, not for sure.
We need a couple more years till we like really get into it. But like, them was really wild fucking times. Yeah. Like, it was really like, it was an era. Like, it really was a fucking era. Like, not even just the More Gang, but just kind of everybody around that time. Like, it was just such a good time for, like, the scene. But also, I feel like the scene, really any scene, not even just, like, Seattle, but just in general, everybody has, like, their little eras, you know what I'm saying, of the groups of people that kind of, you know, added their legacy and did what they did for the city and whatnot. And I don't know, it's kind of cool to know that, like, More Gang really had, like, like, if you was really in Seattle at that time, you knew More Gang. Like, you would be lying if you said you didn't, you know?
No, for sure. No, it's dope. It's just, I think it's dope to, like, create something that's, like, you know, natural, but from a career standpoint, I think it's beneficial to be around that type of energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you just get thrown right into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the way I even came into it was, like, it was, like, Nacho came and picked up Juju one day, and I was with him, and we were like hotboxing Jesse's car, and we were all freestyling, and I just started rapping. I think around that time they were coming, cause really Steezy, R.I.P. Steezy, but Steezy, Jarv, and Nacho who basically made the More Gang, because it was coming off of BAYB. That was their group before. So they were just coming up with this shit, and like it was kind of like just right place, right time type shit. Like the way I met Juju was like 2000 and maybe 11, 2010. And I remember we were down there at Capitol Hill at the one little part where the basketball courts is.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I was there with Shakir. I was there with Shakir, and he was hooping. And I remember like Juju came over, and I was smoking, and he came over, and he was smoking. And I think that's like really how we met. Like we were just both smoking. I remember like Shakir did some like crazy ass shit, and then I don't know, it was just like a crazy thing that brought us together. And like ever since then, we just been like cool as fuck. But yeah, like I said, one day I was just rapping in the car with them, and they were just like, damn, you're filthy. You should be a part of this thing we're putting together. And I'm like, all right, I guess. And then, yeah, it just came into that. So, yeah, like all the performing experience I got and all the shits that, like, niggas aren't doing today. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the really paying your dues, like performing in places where there's, like, not that many fucking people. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, performing not a pay to play, but like one of the like a showcase show where there's like 30 niggas on the bill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might perform at like fucking 12 o'clock and like no one is fucking there no more. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, all that shit, all the grinding. So like niggas really put in a lot of the groundwork. Yeah,
no, and it's proven. You know, it's proven to show why that was so necessary too. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, definitely.
So I also wanted to ask, because, man, you were like one of the first like female rappers that I known, like, and I was like, damn, I know her. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, but there wasn't really female rappers like that. You know what I mean? So like, and then coming out of Seattle on top of that, it's like, what were like some of the challenges? You know, because it's like male dominated back then. You know, now we see like a lot of female rappers, but you was in it from throwback. You know, so like, what was that like too? You know.
I mean, shit, the same shit that any female got to deal with in a, you know what I'm saying, male-dominated field. I mean, definitely one of the biggest ones is the pay gap, you know what I'm saying? Like, almost a disrespectful, you know what I'm saying, pay difference. So that's kind of been most of the problem, like, you know, demanding a certain amount when it's like you giving a way more amount to niggas who are doing the least. You know what I'm saying? And not even saying I'm better, but like literally doing the least. They're not like they're not professional. You know what I'm saying? Like I'ma really make it worth your while, but you know, it is what it is type shit. But I don't know, the money shit and just, you know, niggas trying to play you, like, I don't know, you have that like preconceived notion when you hear female rapper, like most niggas already think they got you pegged. You know what I'm saying? So they act funny or act a certain way at first, and then you know what I'm saying, 100 times out of 100 times you win them over, and then they want to suck your dick after that, and it's like, no, I know what type of nigga you is now. Like,
nah, man, it's real. It's a real challenge. That's a good question. And kind of going like to when you first started. So when you first dropped Queen Latifah, right? Which was that your first official project you would say?
Yep, 2012.
Okay, so like looking back at that time, are there some like early lessons that you learned? Do you remember? Because I feel like for newer artists, aspiring artists coming up now, like who are probably looking to drop their first project, like what are some things you can look back on from that time?
Like that's crazy because it's really not that long ago, but like I'm like, damn, that was hella ago. I don't fucking know. I was just I really didn't know what I was doing. I don't think I was just doing it. I was literally just doing it. Like I seen how niggas is doing it, and I'm like, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely not rocket science. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely have to say I've been spoiled in the sense that I did come up like with the More Gang and just being thrown in it immediately. Like even when I was in More Gang, I didn't know, I was just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even think I actually ever had that defining moment where I was like, I'm gonna do this.
I'm a professional.
I don't think I ever actually had that thought. Like I was just you know what I'm saying, just doing it and just kind of never stop. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a wave, you just riding the wave.
This is just my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But damn, I was saying that to say I can't remember where I was going with that.
I was waiting for you to pick it up. I was
No, I was thinking like, was y'all listening?
Yeah, no, I was listening. I mean, we're just really just talking about kind of just like the lessons from dropping your first project, you know? Because I feel like
I don't really know
even because you're saying like I'm just kind of doing me, but even in doing that, like when you put yourself out there, now it becomes more real. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Project. Like,
that's true.
So I guess I just kind of wanted to know what that was like, because I feel like, you know, people say they want to do something, then they put themselves out there, and then shit starts coming back, and you're like, oh, I gotta really. I think
it was just it was received. I mean, if I could remember, I really don't remember like the intricacies and like making the album or like really none of that shit for real. But I do remember it was received very well, which, you know what I'm saying, obviously gave me the like confidence or the willingness to like do it again and again and again. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was just received really well, and just during the time where like you said, there really wasn't many female rappers. At least I don't want to say there wasn't any, but none that were like really putting out albums. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really putting together albums, and like again, I had the kind of you know, I was spoiled to be able to know like the Vitas and you know what I'm saying, and like the Antoines and shit like that. So I had musical niggas around me at a very, you know what I'm saying, early time. And then also, like I said, coming from the church, like melodies, harmonies, all that shit is like second nature to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like all this shit, all these things that are just inherently I do, you know what I'm saying? I just all put together, and it's just like, I just be like, you know what I'm saying? I be in my own world. Like when I'm in album mode, like I might listen to some other songs every now and then, but I really only be listening to me. Like when I'm on my shit, like I don't even really be thinking about nobody else. I don't even know what nobody else is doing just for real. In. Like I really don't know what niggas is doing.
No, that's good. You know? That's good. And because I was reading an article that you were interviewed on with The Stranger, and one of the questions was discussing kind of the future for hip hop when it comes to females. And you said, I quote, "Everything is female, the past is female, the present is female, and the future is female. So what are we going to do? Or what are you going to do?"
Damn, I said
that. You remember said that?
Damn, that's profound.
Yeah, no, for sure. I felt that.
I'm very profound. I don't remember that at all, but that's just, I believe it.
But like, I guess, can you elaborate on that? Now that you know you said that, can you elaborate on that a little bit?
She sounds like she knows. Yeah. She sounds like she's going places.
Yeah, for sure. Because I don't know, for me personally, I always I never liked to do the whole separation thing. I just listen to music, and I'm like, if you're dope, you're dope. Right. You know what I mean? Whether you're male or female. But I do understand, like, sometimes you have to kind of advocate for the female rappers out there, and like.
Yeah, but I don't even want to say it's advocate. It's just, that's just kind of like a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not really like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was joking, but like, that's really not that profound. Like, just everything is female. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Real. But I don't like to differentiate the shit either. Like, really, just music is music, whatever is whatever. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, I only want a female crew. I only want to fuck with, like, no, I want to fuck with who's dope. Like, I don't care what you are. Like, I just want you to be dope. Like, I don't know what's the word for that, but it's just like, you know, you just put yourself in a box. It's like, I'm only working with this, and anybody else is just like, I can't work with them because of whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't subscribe to that.
No, for sure. That's real.
So, what was your like first show like? That you remember, like what was going through your mind and all that before you like hit the stage, or?
I remember I want to say I was like nervous the first show, and then like never again after that. Yeah, it was like one of them things. I can't really remember the show, but I do remember I was like nervous at first. But yeah, after that. But also like, you know, again, just being that I came up differently, where I was, even at the beginning, I was rapping over show tracks. Like I wasn't rapping, you know what I'm saying? So like I had to actually rap. I had to know what I was doing, or you're gonna know that I'm up here fucking up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the crutch of just playing a fucking song, you know what I'm saying? So I always kind of was doing it right since the beginning. So I don't know, I guess just after the first one, once I got them nerves out, it was just like,
and I think you also realize like it's work. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, I was just watching a clip where they always bring up the Dipset versus the Lox verses, and just how much more prepared the Lox were than Dipset. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, I don't care how many albums I sold. Like, I gotta rehearse. I gotta prepare. You know. And I think, like you said, I think this generation is like too fixated on kind of like the digital and the virtual world.
Yeah.
Where it's like you still gotta get on stage.
But that's the thing. So I have this. It's not even really. I guess it's kind of like a theory, but like I just feel like. And no disrespect if I disrespect anybody in this room, but like I feel like if you just started your craft in the last like 2-3 years, I kind of really don't respect you. And I'm gonna tell you why. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you do, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really respect the ones that are like really out here pushing this line that's like, so you came up in the pandemic. That was a time where, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying these people.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming up in the pandemic, like, we couldn't go nowhere. Yep. Like there wasn't no live shows. There wasn't no being out in the streets and politicking and doing all the shit. There wasn't that. So, you know, people are at home, you know what I'm saying, out of boredom or whatever the fuck, just coming up with some shit and they're like, oh, I can do this. And then the crutch of having like social media and the internet, you know what I'm saying? There's people that right now that have like millions of streams. But these niggas couldn't sell, you know what I'm saying, 10 tickets to a live show.
Yeah. That's real.
Because they don't have no experience.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas literally popped up. And that's like no disrespect, but it's like niggas like me, like I was outside before the pandemic, during and after. Like I have a whole resume of things I've done. And then you have these niggas that pop up and they get this kind of inflated and false sense of like crazy success because they have all this success online, but it's like that's not really long lasting. You know what I'm saying? You go outside, nobody knows who the fuck you are. You don't have no type of social awareness at all. You don't know how to interact with people at all. You don't know how to perform at all. You don't have any breath control. Like just don't have nothing.
Yeah, no, it's real.
But just they have a song. And it's really popping. And they think that, and then they think that they're on the same level as like people like me or y'all that have been cultivating this shit for the whole time. They're like, I got to skip all these other steps, but because I got all these views, like I should be getting the same paid and all this shit. Like, no, you don't. You don't have. You just pop. Like it's that. You know what I'm saying? You flew here. I grew here. Like I really did this shit. You just got here. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no credentials. You don't have an expertise. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's calling you for shit because you don't have nothing to show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. No, so it's just like, I don't have this respect for certain people that come up and it's like, yeah, you know, I've been really doing this shit for like a year and a half. I'm like, oh, okay, you one of those. Like,
no, it's crazy. I always
like you got a long road ahead.
Yeah, very, and it's going to be really rough because I see how you're acting now. And it's like your first big L is probably going to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. I've been taking L's for 11 years. You just got here. Like the first, you know what I'm saying, minor L, you know what I'm saying, is you're gonna crumble under the slight pressure.
No, that's actually a great point because you know me, I always bring up my Seinfeld quote. It's my favorite quote, one of my favorite quotes, where he met this comedian.
I was gonna say no soup for you.
Oh yeah, that's another gem right there. No, but there's this quote where Seinfeld essentially. There's a comedian who Seinfeld was watching, and then like he sees him a week later, and Seinfeld says, "Hey man, I saw your set, boom, boom, boom." He's like, "How long have you been doing comedy?" And the dude has been in it 9 years at that time, so he's thinking that's something.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I love that quote
he was
too.
like 9 years. He's like, "Oh, you're a 9-year-old."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, that's your age in comedy," and he's like, "Don't ever forget your age, so you don't get too big for the art form." And I think that crosses.
I know exactly what you're talking about. He said that to Godfrey.
Yep. There you go. And so like what you're saying is true. Like regardless of the success, it's like you yourself should remember your age in your craft, and that should keep you wanting to just get better and
it's just the journey and the experience. Like, you know, it's like, you know, within the first like 5 minutes of talking to somebody how green they are. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what I'm talking about. Like I would know if you was really doing this shit. There's just certain things that even, you know what I'm saying? Just certain things like nuances that like I know you really do this shit. But there's a lot of motherfuckers that show like they step in this room big bad, and again they expecting the same type of, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, it don't work like that. It does not work like that. You have to put in that work.
There's definitely rules to every industry, and I think what you're saying is
it's one of them things where it's like the game has never changed. The game has always been the same. It's just the players are different. Like the game didn't switch up. It's been the same shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just these niggas is different. Niggas different out here trying to change the game, but you can't do that.
Nah, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? What did they say? Is no one is bigger than the program.
There you go. There you go.
Never.
That's another quote of the day for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm 100%. saying. I'm about to.
Where my pen? Write it down.
Yeah, no, and I'm also curious. So, like, you said 11 years, right? And I think there's something to say for that because that's longevity, that's consistency. And those words are always thrown around a lot, right? People are saying consistency, longevity, but it's like from your point and kind of from your space, because I feel like being consistent in one thing, but being consistent in music, arts, creation is a whole nother type of consistency and longevity. What have been some of the most important things for you to like help you sustain your career? And it doesn't even got to be professional, it could be personal. Like I feel like you know, over that course of time, a lot has probably helped.
Well, I would say like I don't really have too much like a personal life, because like, you know what I'm saying, I've been doing this for so long, and it's just kind of, you know, with social media, like everything's just intertwined. So you used to be able to like kind of turn the shit off, but like you never really can. You know what I'm saying? Like even if I'm out and I see somebody, there's no way I could just be rude to you because I'm looking crazy as fuck and I'm like really just trying to get some eggs right now. Like that's it. You know what I'm saying? But like you can't turn it off. So like there's really it's all the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But damn, see, I keep doing that. It's the weed, and also I just get really passionate in what I'm saying, and then I forget what you asked me. I just longevity. I just abandoned the question.
just longevity, man. Like I feel like everybody has things that help them sustain longevity.
I guess. Well, realistically, when you're an artist, like you can't just do like even just financially or whatever. Like you can't just do music. Like that's just, everybody knows that. Once you to a certain point, like you have to have other avenues to whether get money or, like you said, just to stay creative and consistent. And that's kind of what, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, drawing and just writing, and also being in LA. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I moved to LA, I kind of just got thrown into a whole bunch of other shit just because like other doors were open. So like me doing whatever music gig, you know what I'm saying, there's like a film director there, and he's like, I like you, let's talk about this. And like now I'm doing film, and I'm like, I never even did this shit before. Like I was down here for music, but like fuck it, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just fall into these other things. And you know what I'm saying, going back to just how I was raised, like I was able to just try shit. You know what I'm saying? So me just throwing myself into something is not uncommon for, like, that's not as scary as it is for, you know, maybe some people. Like I'm gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? Like I might be good at it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just falling into like doing shit like show writing, and then like even with the music, like doing shit for sync. So like again, like more concept writing, so like stuff for like shows and movies or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, just flexing your creative muscle and just doing other shit. Because like realistically, I mean, I know I don't want to rap forever. Like I never even, again, like I said, I never even had that defining moment where I said this is where I'm gonna do this. So it's like, obviously I'm finna do something else at some point, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been already doing 1,000 things anyway, so it's like, what's the next thing I'm really finna like do? You know what I'm saying? Like what's
be versatile too.
Yeah,
be versatile. You know? I like
that.
So I'm glad you brought that up. So what's like the differences between like making an album versus like writing for like a movie or like a show or something, you know? So
well, with stuff like that, you don't have 100% creative control, because they usually want like a certain set, you know what I'm saying? So if it's like, if it's for this scene, we want it to sound like this, we want it to be more like, we want an ominous sound, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll have certain, either whether it be like bullet points or like, you know, words or certain phrases or feels or something like that. So you kind of just form something around what they said, because realistically most of the time, like a lot of like the producers and all them, they don't have any, like what they do is what they do. Anything outside of that, they have no experience or understanding of it whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So you'll get, it's kind of like a guessing game. So you'll get people that'll like say certain shit, and you kind of got to decipher what they're saying, because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So it's like, okay, you want like a happy, bouncy, you know what I'm saying, hip hop, but with a jazz undertone, with like, you know what I'm saying, just dumbass shit. And you're like, okay. And so you just basically like just make sense of what they said. And it's like, okay, then we bring them, you know what I'm saying, what I think you were talking about. So like that shit's kind of fun, because it's just like a game. Like I said, like again, they don't know what they talking about. Like
you gotta be reactive more than proactive.
Pretty much. So you're just coming up with like, okay, this will probably sound good for this part. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that.
Yeah. So that, but then with the, you know, me writing for myself, it's like just me coming up with it. So like I don't really have the pressures of talking about something specific. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
No, that's real. I like that.
And the other shit is a job. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? One is a job. The other is just more so I would do that shit for free. You know?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you got to differentiate that for sure. I'm also curious. You kind of touched on it where you say you don't have a personal life per se, but I I'm curious, like, what are some things that you do to keep you balanced? Like because I'm always curious, like, you can't, like, they say leave your work at work, but then it's like that shit follows you around everywhere. You still got to find ways to like unplug. I know it's hard, but are there things?
You know what it is? Is because I'm stuck in my ways. I'm like I'm an old boy. I live by myself, and I live by that. I would probably never live with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Even if I had a mate, like, we would have to figure something out, or it would have to be like a duplex. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? I always had this like idea of having like, you know what I'm saying, whether it be like I have my room over here, he has his room over here, but we have like a bed in the middle. Like the one room is just a bed. You know what I'm saying? It's like but we both have beds in our room. But it's like if we want to sleep together, cool. But if it's like I'm going to my room, you go to your room. Like, I don't know. I'm such a like whatever the opposite of like codependency is. That's me. Like I thrive in my aloneness. You know what I'm saying? Almost to a fault at some point. And I know that's, like. I don't know. There's a lot of people that are codependent out here that like need somebody or need something. Like I really don't. So like me living by myself, like my mom always, like one of her quotes, she would be like, if you don't have peace at home, like if you don't have peace nowhere else, you have to have it at home. Like, and she always like,
that's real. She
was one of them, like she was definitely like whatever's going on outside, like literally when I'm unlocking this door, don't bring that shit in here.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here to chill. I'm not here, none of that shit that I step outside to do. We're not doing that in here.
That's real.
So it's like I have complete control. Like that's the one thing I have control of. Because once I go outside, I don't have control that. So like I said, if I'm not having a good day, and I'm, you know what I'm saying, coming to do a podcast or coming to do something, like I don't have the luxury to just be a bitch. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or just like not talk and be like, actually, I don't really want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have that luxury to do that. So that's why I say there's really like no difference for real. But when I go home, my shit is where I left it. I ain't got to talk to them. I won't even open my mouth. Like if I don't leave the house or I don't talk on the phone, there might be time where I'm like a straight mute. I haven't even said nothing in like 72 hours. Like for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I am chilling. That definitely helps keep me grounded. Like I gotta have my alone time, and I hate to keep like saying the same shit, but because I've done it for so long, I have my boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what I'm comfortable with and I know when I'm not. I know when, you know what I'm saying, like before shows I don't want to be bothered. Don't bother me. Don't hit me. Don't do it. After the show I fuck like I'm all yours. We can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like before the show, don't fuck with me. Don't call me about no guest list. Matter of fact, P, take my phone. I don't even have my phone right now. Like I'm not doing that. Like you know what I'm saying? So you have to set boundaries because like in this game people will take advantage of you every time. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Or always press that line or 100%. Always just see how far they could push it or whatever. And it's like because you don't have that, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm the product. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be, like it's just it's all the same shit. It's all the same shit.
You gotta protect your peace, man.
Exactly.
That's real.
Having that discipline, like straight up,
right.
Just knowing, I feel you. So if somebody who's not from Seattle, it's like, what is the scene like in Seattle, or how's it evolved since when you first got in there? What would you say?
I would say that these young niggas have been holding it down. I'm not gonna lie. Like shouts out, what's that? Seattle Submissions. You know what I'm saying? They got. I'm not even gonna speak on the other page. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them niggas. Okay. But like I fuck what the Seattle Submissions page is doing, because honestly, if it wasn't for that page, I wouldn't even know about some of these cats. You know what I'm saying? But like. I like what they doing, like the Mike Jackson, like, you know what I'm saying, Two-Paid. Like, I was just talking to the homie about Two-Paid earlier, where I was like, the first time I heard him wasn't even, I didn't know he was from Seattle. I had heard it from somebody else. Okay. And then I had heard the song and I liked it, and then I heard it when I came home or some shit. And they were like, oh, yeah, he's from Seattle. And I was like, what? Like, that nigga sound like, damn, that shit is like some mainstream shit. Like, okay, he got that, he got that shit. But there's a lot of niggas out here, really doing it. I like it. Like, somebody
and I think that's hip hop, man. Like,
but Seattle's such an artsy city. Like, there's always gonna be a scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is always gonna be doing something.
That's real.
You know,
that's facts.
That's real for sure. And then it's better to have a scene than no scene. You feel me? Because there's some places that ain't got no scene. At least we don't know. We ain't heard about it.
Right, so, right. But we have like people. It's crazy. Like people now like seek out Northwest hip hop. Like that wasn't really a thing till like. Kind of recently, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely owe it to the ones like us and everybody else that came in like the last 10 years, you know what I'm saying? Really put like, now there's like really Pacific Northwest playlists on Apple. You know what I'm saying? When there was just like LA or like New York or what, like, you know what I'm saying? Like now people really seek it out. Like now we have enough people. Like that's really what it is. Like now there's enough good people to even, you know what I'm saying,
and
do some shit like that.
I think our generation, I was talking to the homie about this. I was like, our generation's now at that age or at that point where we can kind of get into the infrastructure and set things up such as that, like the playlist you're talking about with Daryl Cruz.
Exactly.
Like that type of stuff is like, there's probably a time when he probably didn't have access to that, or we didn't have access to do what we're doing. So,
but it's like people like Daryl that put on, like, shouts out to Carly Hustle, you know what I'm saying? She's like big dog up there at Apple. She loves Seattle music. You know what I'm saying? Like she hella champion Seattle music, you know?
Hell yeah.
So like, so Seattle been on the map.
Hell yeah.
And honestly, I've gotten so many like gigs, or just so many good opportunities have came from just me being from Seattle, because it's like everybody knows somebody that's either like from Seattle or they spent some time in Seattle or like they cousin from Seattle, like I'm from, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's been many times where I've been doing some shit and they like, you from Seattle? And I'd be like, yeah. And then we get to chopping it up and it's like, nah, nigga, like I got the job. Like, I got this. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
That shit's dope. For
real.
My bad. Not to
No,
cut
you're
you
good.
off, but I just say that to say, like, you know, like when I'm, like, for example, when I'm out of town, you know, I gotta defend the city, you know.
Yeah,
so
for
I'm
sure.
like, man, no, you know, I just be, man, I be getting wow,
On everything,
you know. So
you
now
got
I'm like,
to,
oh hell yeah,
because niggas are really trying to play us. Like, first of all, there's real niggas everywhere. Like, it's 2023. I don't even know that just whole rhetoric of like, there's black people that, like, nigga, there's black people everywhere. Like, you could just say that, you could just spin the globe and put your finger. There's a nigga there. Like, I guarantee it. Like, niggas are literally everywhere. So,
That's
you
what I'm
know,
saying.
Worldwide, baby.
exactly. We've never not been everywhere. So,
Nah, I love that. Couple more things I wanted to touch on. Well, for G Body Music, because I think that's what people are going to be looking forward to, like more recent. Features, anything you want to like kind of let people know, fans know, like what they should be excited about? Who will be joining you?
I'm excited because I really don't be doing features. Okay. Like, to know me is to know that I really don't be doing that. Okay. Like, I don't know. Again, going back to like, I just be doing my shit. Like, you know, music it's more than just like the song you hear. There's so much that goes into shit. And like when you have features, you also chasing down another person and there's a whole lot of information to exchange. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it gets to be like, it's not even worth it. Like, nigga, I already have a second verse actually. Like, it's actually good. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. You. Yeah, so the features I have on this one, I have Triz. Okay. He's from the IE out in California. He's a popular like underground artist. Been doing it for a minute. I got Swisher Sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. He from Seattle. You know what I'm saying? He really from the town. That's the video we finished shooting on Friday.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I gotta come out. Yeah, I gotta come out.
Is that an invite? We got invited?
Yeah,
okay.
I
heard that.
Yeah. Then we got who else? Then we got my nigga Stunner Man 02. He's from Oakland.
Okay.
Have you heard of him? Are you familiar?
I feel like I've seen his name.
How's it go? I'm big stepping.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Like he's such an Oakland nigga.
Oh yeah, I got you.
He stopped sending me music a long time ago, so gonna keep me up to date.
I'll send you both.
That did not sound like you was finna do it.
He said, all right.
He is not finna put you on at all.
At all.
Staring at your phone. You ain't gonna see nothing.
At all.
And then, of course, I got Sugar Free. Hey. You know what I'm saying? He's the last feature. I had to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to. So I really was planning to do like the rollout with the video and everything, but it was just a schedule shit. Like we couldn't really align the time to shoot the video. So I was like, cool, but I'm not even tripping because that's not even the hardest song on the project. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I sent the link out to like a couple people to listen to, and like everybody who gave their top 3, like that one wasn't even on the top 3. So I'm like, okay, that's a good sign, because like I never want to like have my shit be carried, you know what I'm saying, by somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
But I think it's just dope to be able to have that moment just for you, you know, because you mentioned he was one of your
my
favorite rappers. Yeah,
my favorite rapper.
Yeah, so
I really did the campaign thing to get it, and it worked. So
that's fire, man. I love it.
So I'm very excited. It's a very, like I said, it's a like a real conceptual project, and it's a real like you really just press play and just let it go. That shit is 29 minutes. You know what I'm saying? On the money. 29 minutes. You got 29 minutes.
I do. I do. I know I do.
Most niggas got 29 minutes. Like, wherever you going, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's 15 minutes in the way, just, you know what I'm saying? Just roll one.
Oh, yeah. I'll have 30. I'll have 30 for the album. Don't worry.
I can squeeze it 30. Nah, man, I think it's going to be an amazing project. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it.
Hella.
My last question, I ask this question sometimes, but I'm always curious. If you could tell young Gab, the gifted girl from the CD, if you could tell her one thing, something she should know from your 2023 self, what would you tell her? Knowing all you know now.
Knowing all I know now. Damn. That's a question, bro.
Cold one.
I need my toothpick for this one. Let me think. If I had to tell young me what I knew now, to sum it up in like one little, you know what I mean?
I'm sure there's a lot, but you know.
I would probably say, damn, that's such like a introspective question. Because how do you really like, damn.
I come with those.
It's like a million things be going through your mind.
Bruh, like what do I really tell you? I don't know. Just keep going, nigga.
Yeah.
Keep going, nigga. Just keep doing it. Fuck it. Like, nigga, you be doing shit. So you can do that.
Hell yeah, man. No, that's real shit. Like,
keep doing it.
Keep
shit.
going.
Fuck it.
I love it.
That's crazy. I had a feeling you was gonna say that because I was like, it would just be too many things.
Yeah.
You know, because even me,
Don't
I was
stop.
like, whoa,
Don't stop. Just do it.
Don't stop.
Just keep doing what you do, man.
Hell yeah. And then what are you excited for the future? Like anything like long term? I always like to just, I don't know, I'm a big manifester, so I like to just say stuff and manifest stuff. But what do you got?
What am I looking forward to? Man, I'm trying to be more behind the scenes. That's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the star no more. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. For real. Nah, but like, I don't know. Like, I get way more joy out of, like, I just have this, like, I always say, like, I just really want to, like, create the worlds now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been in front of the camera. I've always been the forefront. Like, that's cool and all. I know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always, again, I don't have that turn off, so I'm always be me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I just have way more joy, and it's, like, way more fun and more creative. Like, I don't know. It's just a different creative outlet, and I just like it a whole lot more. Just being behind the scenes, whether it be, like, writing and stuff, or even, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what they say, like I can see things for others that I can't necessarily see for me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I understand 100%.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you be fucked up, but you give somebody some like great ass advice, and it's like, nigga, take your own advice. But it's like,
it's for you. It's for you.
Yeah, no, that's for you. It ain't working for me, but it might work for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I love that, man. I see that. But I see that 100% for sure.
Yeah. So what if, like, let's say, man, like somebody who's trying to come up or trying to be a rapper, like just blank slate, like they're like, yeah, how, you know, what should I do? How should I start? What should I focus on? You know, so what would be something you tell them, or some things?
Realistically, I be asking, like, I've had that question a lot, and I be straight up like, nigga, do you really want to do this shit for real? Like, really, do you really want to do this shit for real? Because it's like, niggas will tell you one thing, but it's like, let me tell you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Again, like the question you said, I can't even really like condense it into one thing. But it's like a lot of, you know, but also it's like real recognize real type shit. Like, you know, when a nigga really got like the passion for it, or really have like the it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like you can't really put your finger on what it is, but like, you know, this nigga like got something.
Yeah.
You know
you
what I'm
could
saying?
tell. You definitely could tell with people for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So
100%.
I don't know. I just be like, yeah, this shit is like not fun, my nigga. Like, you want to be broke all the time? Like, you really want to be like niggas like disrespecting you all the time? Like, do you really want to put in all them hours? Because realistically, niggas do this job to not have a job, but then your whole life is your job. Like, you don't never take a day off, nigga. Like, what? If somebody called me tomorrow and I plan to sit on my ass all day, and if somebody called me tomorrow about some shit, I gotta go do it. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely,
it's like there's no turn off. So it's like, do you really want to do this shit or not? Because you could really just waste your time and waste hella money for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just really got to be committed.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Really got to be committed and just, I don't know. But it's also that, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's in you, not on you type shit. So it's like when you really do the shit, like you're going to persevere through whatever the fuck it is. Like there's really not much that's going to deter you what you're doing. Like I said, the other thing is like one small L in their life, just like, I'm not doing this no more. I'm getting a real job. I'm out to get like, goddamn.
I mean, everything's written, I feel like. It's all written. So if it goes that way, then it was written that way. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
That's real.
Pretty much.
Oh, man, this has been amazing. I just got to say.
You was chopping it up.
I got.
I'm not gonna lie. I just want to say I hate this seating arrangement. I really don't like it. Y'all got to figure something else
you don't
out.
like being in the
Y'all need
middle?
like a round table, maybe like a square rather than like a like this this fucking king's table.
We want to honor the people.
I got this long ass fucking table. Like goddamn, I'm like, damn, who do I look at? Who do I look at?
Turn it. I was like, oh yeah.
Like y'all can't share that corner. That's weird. Like y'all got, I don't know.
You know, at the end of the day, it's about highlighting the people that
I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't about me.
But like, am I tripping? Like, okay, cool.
You know what I'm saying? You the star, like you said. You know
I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to give y'all both. Like, I feel like I'm neglecting my nigga over here. That I'm talking to him. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about you. Like,
nah, man.
Yeah,
I love
tough.
That. Hey man, we'll take your advice, 100%.
All right, where my pen at, bro?
I told you we
find this pen.
Yeah, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to like consult niggas. You know what I'm saying? I be having. That's part of my consulting. Like this. Let's bring it together.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
I mean, do what you do, but
that's noted. It's definitely noted.
I just be saying
noted.
shit that
we got
I see.
that.
I feel
we got that. Okay.
Got that.
Nah, man. But again, like I said,
well, the next time I see y'all, it's a shorter table. I'm gonna be like,
I told him.
I'm be right here.
God damn it, they did.
No, again, man, we definitely appreciate you 100%, man. And like, I feel like a lot of people who've listened and tuned in thus far, and viewed, I'm sure that they definitely can take a lot from this. You know what I mean?
I hope so.
Yeah.
So, before you say all that, where can people find you?
Shit. You can find me wherever you find shit. Gifted_Gab on like Instagram, Twitter. Just everything is Gifted Gab. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Spotify, iTunes, all the shit. Like, yeah. Wherever you do shit at,
hell yeah.
Just type me in. Something will pop up.
Hell yeah.
I'll be there.
On that note, you know what we do here. You know, we're focused on cultivating culture. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And there's just so many ways in which people can cultivate culture. And you said it earlier. You know what I'm saying? All we're trying to do is express ourselves. You feel like expressing yourself? And,
I knew that was like the longest roundabout way to be like, you want to rap? Like, bro, do you want to rap? Do it, bro.
All right, from the top. This is an UpNUp Podcast exclusive.
Not you read it back. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh.
Like I said, man, this is hip hop. We got the one and only Gifted Gab in the building. There's only one thing to do. Let's express ourselves.
Let me see. Ooh. Love. Yeah, baby, my shit different. These lame bitches got y'all gas, y'all big trippin'. They ain't kicking no game. I'm saying it's not hitting. Any nigga with a chain can say that he really spittin', but if you don't get 100%, then it's not pimpin', nigga. I don't smell the scent on niggas, hella fresh for real. You wasn't in the field, hit a drill and made her crack her heel, patch it up and made her pass it up and send it back for real. These is trapping skills, gotta pay the player. She gon' show you like an actor real. That's a day-to-day, we really banking, gotta count the till. I won't tell her thank you till she make about $500,000. I gotta have it all, that's how I have to feel. It gets real, but shit, we built for it. You know, got it off the muscle, so the whip's foreign. I don't fuck with square niggas, cause the shit's boring. Keep a couple square bitches for a bench warrant. I'm Air Jordan, bitches fucking with the one. What the fuck I look like, ever fucking with a bum? Bitch, you gotta look nice for him to trust you with the funds. So how your wig fucked up, and how your nails ain't done. She a dookie bitch, selling coochie pics to a goofy trip. Till I flipped the strip, and now she stupid rich. All under my tutelage, I don't care who you is. Moving all these bitches got me looking like I'm ludicrous. We can freakin'.
Hey, freak if you want to.
Hey, that was hard. We gotta record that.
Yeah.
Y'all can do the little hook.
Hold up, man. Hold up. Round of applause.
Y'all can do the hook. Yeah, we just do it like that.
Oh my God. This is hip hop, man. One more time.
Yeah.
The crowd going crazy.
Got off, man. No, we appreciate that, man. This is why people should go get that album, right?
Facts.
420. G-Body Music.
Yeah.
Show.
You want to do that one?
Huh?
Can I do that one? Did I send it to you?
You did.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Let's just try it out. You feel me?
Come on.
Shit,
let's rock,
man. Let it play. Yeah. Should I look in the cameras?
It's your world.
He don't know he paid Pippin, that ain't his business. Talked to Rack about him before we came to his senses. This game's relentless. Fell in love with a temptress. He probably died for the pussy or do a life sentence. Shit gets wild in the city. This shit like GTA. Drop it in the stash, moving fast, clocking 3 a day. Tomorrow doing 6. It ain't shit. That's an easy play. My bitches pull licks. They get bricks and they ain't moving weight. Copped a new estate. Shit looking fancy. My car's got a couple of kids. This a family. G-Body several DeVilles in a Camry. Cause ain't nothing sweet in these streets. I'm ducking candy. Yeah, real nigga problems. Money in the palm of my hand, that's how you solve them. Pistol in a purse and some condoms. You get the money first before you con them. Don't give them no options. Money on a dresser, driving a Tesla. Top notch hoes get the most, not the lesser. Hey, all my bitches pressure. Ooh, they ain't with the extras. Money on a dresser, driving a Tesla. Top notch hoes get the most, not the lesser. Look. Nah, we ain't with the extras, like why they wanna test us. Cats out the bag, baby, trapping out the Lexus. I been breaking bitches, it don't matter what the sex is, I'm reckless. I play squares, master the Tetris, I'm restless. I don't play fair and I'm not impressed much, so guess what? Bitch, you gotta run and get your reps up. I could wish you well, but I'm your best luck. Look, never kiss and tell, that's how your bag gon' get stuck. Cause it's always by choice, baby, never by force. Just hold your position, I'ma hold down the fort. If we going on a mission, bitch, you going in first. I need frontline stomp down bitches to go to work. Look, do you wanna see me win, baby? Look, let your money do a 180. Do you wanna do better or really be better? Do you really feel me on a deep level? If you with it, get the money on the dresser. Driving a Tesla. Top notch hoes get the most, not the lesser. Alright, you can cut it. That's enough.
Yeah, we gave him too much. We get a round of applause, man.
That was hard. I ain't gonna lie.
Thanks.
Thank you. We appreciate you. Gab, man, like I said, you know, you're cultivating culture in the best way you know how. And we appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
Again, we want to bring people up here and salute them and really give them a chance to speak. Speak power to their journey, you know what I mean? And so before we get you out of here, we always ask every guest this question. So if you can, my sister, what's one word to describe what keeps you on the up and up and why?
One word that keeps me on the up and up. I would say vision. Because you got to have vision.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
keeps
that.
me on the up and up. Got to
like
see
that.
shit.
I love that. I love that. Gotta have the vision.
Got to have vision.
Gotta have the vision, man.
Got to have vision, Willie.
Come on.
That's real.
You gotta have the vision. Well, like I said, you got support with us here at the Up and Up always.
I appreciate y'all.
We salute you.
I already know.
Yeah.
I already know.
And man, we wish you much success moving forward with everything you got going on.
Thank you. Likewise.
Man, thank you. And with that being said, I think it's safe to say Gifted Gab is officially a member of the Up and Up. Give it up. Give it up.
Thank you. I'm honored. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. You know what I'm saying? People think, you know what I'm saying, I'm Habasha already.
Hey,
so
honorary.
Honorary. You know what I'm saying? I get it all the time. They be like, you Habasha? I be like, no, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's family.
Honorary Habasha gang. And we out.
To continue supporting the podcast and the entire Up and Up movement, be sure to rate, review, like, and subscribe.
As well as follow us at _the Up and Up on all social media platforms to stay connected with everything the Up and Up has coming your way.
Thanks for listening, and until the next one,
Keep it on the Up and Up.